but maybe it's faster, but at least 10 times. And of course, usage fees. I think in Germany it's like 49 cents per message. So yeah, 100 message or 1,000 messages, that's quite some amount of money. So after a big fuzzing session, you could like, instead of paying the money for the fuzzing, you could like buy like 10 devices or something. Yeah, and like if you're just a student, there's like no way you want to pay that kind of money. So the first bugs, like in the small notification message, it's either sendable over UDP or SMS. There are already quite some number of bugs. So if you make the transaction ID like really long, MMS Composer like 1.5 also dies, but that's the length for the version 2, and it just like, oh, whoops. Content location 2, and yeah, unfortunately you cannot use it for code injection, also because the messages are normally very small. So you could maybe include a very small payload, but the bugs, I couldn't overwrite the return address, so yeah. But the fun thing is, the notification flutter tool now can prevent everybody from using email, SMS, and MMS while the wireless LAN is switched on, because everything is in one application, and as soon as you're connected to the wireless LAN, it just sends one message and your client just crashes. So maybe for MMS that's not too bad, because you can switch off your the wireless, but if you want to read email, yeah, maybe over GPRS, but it's kind of fun that you can actually like keep people from using a totally another service by using or by abusing the MMS infrastructure on the device. I thought that was like really funny. Then we have some more in the actual MMS method that's transported to the device. In the headers, there are multiple overflows. Yeah, they're kind of interesting, but the problem is the infrastructure and the filtering. So yeah, I didn't look too deep into that. So in the body content, there are like more just plain buffer overflows in a lot of them. But yeah, you cannot exploit most of the stuff in the real world, because the message would never be accepted by the senders or by the attacker's MMS server. So yeah, in the real world you cannot, or maybe you can. Let's see later. Can use it for attacks. Yeah. So because if you like set up your own MMS server, you don't have to actually submit a message. So you can just like build your bad MMS message with like all the nice overflows in there and just deliver it to some client. So what you actually need to do, you just need to send this notification message and say, hey, here's a new message, try and get it. But I did most of my testing in the US, and for some reason, even if I was told the WAP gateway could go to other IPs and just talk to them and get MMS messages from there, I wasn't really able to do it. But actually, it wasn't that much of a focus for me, so I didn't do the testing very well. So yeah, maybe you guys should like test like all the German phone providers. Since I released the source, you have something to do and see if you can actually bring them to, or yeah, if it's possible to run your own MMS server and make, I don't know, T-Mobile, E+, whatever, like the web gateway to actually go to your MMS server. And then you can use like basically all of the attacks I found. But there is SIML, the cool HTML for MMS, totally, I don't know, kind of useless. It really looks like HTML, sorry. But it's basically just some XML-based language. Again, like everybody needs XML, so also the MMS guys need XML. But it basically says, okay, display the picture here, display the text here, wait 5 seconds, switch to the next picture, something like that. And as I said before, the message body is not sanitized, or any kind of validation is happening. So it's really the perfect attack worker if we could only find something there. So that's actually an SIML file, very simple. And yeah, guess what? Why I highlighted these two parameters? Because, yeah, the parser is actually vulnerable. You can actually just stuff whatever you want into the tags, and yeah, the parser just dumps it onto the stack for you. Really, really simple. Like, nobody ever implemented like parsing fields in HTML, like ID or whatever, source equals something in double quotes. That's like really, really hard to implement. So they have like two parts of the message at least. Like I stopped fuzzing after I found these two. Probably it's like the same parser for fields, but it's really that damn stupid. So we now have something that you can use for an attack. But yeah, to actually attack something, you actually need your own MMS user agent. So something that actually like sends a message to your infrastructure, your service provider's infrastructure. And yeah, so it was actually really, really simple, since I already had the message generator from the fuzzer based on MMSlib, or like on a much improved version of it. And the WAP client is, yeah, it's basically just, yeah, a stupid WAP client, like 10 lines of Java. Yeah, sorry for all you guys. If you want to try it, you have to install Java. But I hate it, but I was really too lazy to do it in C if it was just like 10 lines in Java. And then you just use your mobile phone and dial up your GPRS, get the MMS, get all the values for the IPs and stuff for the MMS relay from the how-to section of your mobile phone provider. And yeah, unfortunately, you really have to use GPRS because they block their infrastructure, they block access to the infrastructure from the internet, or just have it on a private IP range. So you have to invest some money into GPRS. So yeah, the first mobile phone remote code code execution exploit. Yeah. Oh, in August it was the first one, so everybody was like crazy. Woo! Yeah, and in comparison with other attacks against mobile phone, it's really code injection execution. It's not a Trojan or anything the user has to execute. You basically have to open or view the message in order to trigger it. So maybe you need some social engineering in your subject line, maybe, or you just want like a new cell phone from your provider, or I don't know. Yeah, some clients, I guess, open the new message by itself. It happened like 10 times on my device. Maybe it's like a stupid bug, or I don't know. But yeah, if it automatically opens a message, then you basically have not even you have like a really remote exploit without any user interaction. But yeah, you still have the minor complications that apply for Windows C exploitation, the return address guessing. But yeah, it works, and we'll show you why. Yeah. So yeah, open the message. Yeah. I really did it in March this year. So it's kind of old already. But yeah. So yeah, since I didn't release the exploit code at DEF CON, so I had this stuff for like for the like 5 people I knew who could like write Windows CE shellcode, because I guess like, oh, maybe they want to do it, or maybe they want to tell me I fucked up. So yeah, that's kind of useless. But yeah, the slot part is really interesting because you actually have 32 slots. But of course, some slots will be used by system processes, and maybe you start your application right in the beginning. And yeah, my statistic basically showed me these 4 slots. Actually, there's a 5th one which I did find after some more testing. But you can be pretty sure that if you use one of these slots for your return address, you will get it. So maybe you just like send 4 messages, and if maybe your victim is like stupid enough to open all of them because, oh, maybe it didn't, it just crashed. Oh, maybe the other one works. You never know. So yeah, the screenshots is, yeah. I had a very bad digital camera at that point, but yeah, since I couldn't do a real nice demo, because yeah, getting a nice video camera for your PDA is not that easy, and it's a hell of a mess to set it up. So just a picture. So, and of course, I told Microsoft and Arcsoft about that even before DEF CON, and they, oh yeah, thank you, and yeah, we're going to fix it super fast, and oh yeah, and then after 2 weeks, yeah, we have this patch, but all our OEMs need to test it, so maybe, I don't know, maybe we release it whenever, and now nothing happened. There's no updates. I asked other people who always also work with Pocket PC devices and cell phones, and they, oh yeah, we didn't see anything, nothing happened. So yeah, so even if they fix it, I would have released it. So, but now they really have a reason to fix it, and the URL will be live right after the talk. You can click on the file, but yeah, nothing. You cannot download it yet. It really has like everything. Like I have the WAP client, the 10 lines of Java, on all the MMS generators, some prepared shell code, and yeah, and a nice how-to about how to do it. So of course, since I actually did that for getting my master's degree, my professors kind of said like, yeah, maybe we should think about defense, not only about the attacks. That looks way better in your thesis. It was kind of that. So yeah, what you basically can do, you can just like for the notification flooding, you could go and just have a small packet filter on your phone. Then for the MMS message, you may want to run like an IDS on the phone phone service provider side to like even filter messages out before they even reach your network. Yeah, of course, like an IDS antivirus on your phone. Yeah, and then if you manage to run your own rogue MMS server on, you maybe think, oh, I guess they filter notifications because they should be the only one to send them out. So, but of course, no, nobody filters anything there. Why? So yeah. But that's actually what they should do. They should filter binary MMS, especially the notification stuff, install like IDSs, virus scanners on the network. And yeah, for the users, just install the firmware updates when they finally make them available. So yeah, we're almost done. So the conclusions, since it was basically not, okay, I want to attack your mobile phone, it was basically, okay, what do we need to do in order to do penetration testing for a mobile device, and especially a phone, because you have all the infrastructure, and that was kind of a challenge. And a nice thing we found is like this really the attack, for the 2-vector attack against one application, Wi-Fi, SMS, MMS against one application. That was kind of fun. Yeah, we found like 10 bugs. More, it depends on how you see it. If it's another bug or a same bug in another message, and yeah, it's as far as we know the first code injection execution attack against the mobile phone. And yeah, if we see more stuff like that, it will be a real pain in the ass if you constantly have to worry about your phone getting a worm maybe. So yeah, of course, in the future, maybe we want to look at other parts of the multimedia content, because I didn't even start looking at like image or movie or whatever parsers. And there's like a whole lot, especially if you consider that Microsoft basically just ported like their stuff, like all the image libraries to Windows